What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another video. Sitting in the new house. I'm super excited to show you guys the whole entire house, everything that we have set up so far. There's a few things we're going to be changing. So this is just like a rough draft type thing, but yeah, I'm super excited. After the video, I'm going to be going over a few things about how I was able to get into this house, and pretty much amazing deal that we got with this one. So I'm super excited. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
So here we are at the front door. I'm just gonna do pretty much just a panoramic view of everything, and then we'll get down to it. So when you first walk in the front door, this is the living room. So you just walk in. This window, I really like this window just because there's no blinds and it lets in a lot of sunlight during the day. So far we just have our TV set up here, little TV, video holder. So these couches are what I was discussing, saying that they're going to be going. It's just taking up too much space. The house, we have minimum space here, so we're trying to maximize the space as much as possible. And these, as you can see, they're super bolstered and super big. So once this goes out, this has an Altman with it. Once this goes out, this is going to clear up this area, and then we're going to get an L-shaped couch. So it's going to go through here, stop probably somewhere around here, so we can have it set up and still have area to walk in the back. So just when you walk in the front door, there's just this little nook area. I do like, we have a whole bunch of windows just everywhere. Ceilings are pretty cool, pretty high. We have a whole bunch of LED lighting up in here. So a lot of light when we don't have sun. When you walk in here, this opening is a little bit bigger than the other doorways in the home, just because it's a main doorway and it's a little bit higher. So that's super exciting. So this is the dining room right here. More windows. This is all gonna. This stuff over here in the corner is gonna be going. We're setting it there while we're getting some stuff settled in. So this is the kitchen. Over here. Super nice granite. The last homeowner, he's the one that actually remodeled the whole entire thing. He put these super nice handles on here. These ones are even, I don't know if you can get to see the detail. But yeah, so this is super nice granite countertops. He redid the whole entire home essentially. Redid the flooring, redid the countertops, redid the cabinets, redid all the lighting, redid the ceilings, put all new blinds in, pretty much throughout the whole entire home. He did add a super nice fixture in here. These ones too with the Edison bulbs are pretty cool. So yeah, so this is when you walk in just through here, front door, living room. And then in here is just straight to the dining room, straight to the kitchen, over this way. And then over here in this hallway, there's just a little hallway. We have bedroom number 1. This is my room. Sorry for the mess, guys. I'm still moving in. Some small things. So this is how the bedroom is going to be set up. I am waiting on my bed frame. I ordered that dresser and the bar stool is from Wayfair, and they told me it wasn't, my frame for my bed wasn't going to be here until August, so I don't want to wait 3 months for that. So this is bedroom number 1. Bedroom number 2. This is my buddy Aaron. He's actually living with me. Sorry for the mess. So yeah, we have this bedroom, about the same size. This is our bathroom. So he redid the bathroom as well. He put some really nice flooring in here. New vanity. This is where we can hold our like deodorant and stuff like that. New lighting all the way around. Completely redid the shower, which is really nice, all the way up to the top. I know some of them stop like right around here, so I'm glad that he went up a few extra inches just to cover the water spray. So yeah, we have all that set up. Super nice, guys. I'm actually super excited to be staying here, because it's pretty cool, you know, having your own house, going through all the obstacles and everything, and then finally getting into it. So I'll go over that here in a little bit. So the basement is not finished. It's literally just, I'll go down here. This is pretty much our storage right now. Few windows, washer and dryer will be back in that corner. Still waiting on those to show up. New HVAC system all throughout. Last owner did a really good job covering pretty much every base that needed to be covered. I mean, this house was built in 1930, I believe. So he definitely did a fantastic job with getting everything covered that needs to be covered. First thing we did when we moved in here, or when I moved in here, changed the locks and the door handles, just because that's just something you should do. So this is the backyard. The last owner left this bench right here. We're going to keep that and just pressure wash it. So this backyard, this is where the garage used to be. They tore it down just because it was in pretty bad shape. So this is the backyard. I'm super excited because this building right here used to be a brewery, and then it was like a grocery store or something, and they're going to be remodeling it to make it a gym. It's going to be called Naptown Fitness. It's going to be a CrossFit gym. So I'm excited to hear that was coming. Over here, if you can see that is Tarkington Park. If you know where it's at, this home is in Butler, Tarkington. So at Tarkington Park, super nice park. They just redid everything there. So I'm gonna be putting a shed back here in this corner for the lawnmower and weed whacker and all that stuff. Fire pit will be going right here in the middle, in this little nook right here. This is where the fire pit will be going. Probably going to be planting some trees and just doing some small landscaping throughout, just to make it a little bit better, because it's pretty bare right now, which is exciting because I pretty much can do whatever I want with it. It's just a matter of fact of getting it done, you know. So yeah, that's the backyard. No, this door is just right here. So yeah, so I'm super excited to share with you guys exactly what the whole deal was with this. You know, give me one moment. Cool. So now that you guys got the little tour of everything, I just want to take this time to go over a few things about the home. It was built in 1930. The last homeowner purchased it, I believe, in 2017. Redid everything inside here. And then he ended up moving to like South Bend or something, and he had something to do with their family-wise, so he moved there, put a renter in here, and then that renter moved out, he put another renter in, and they were trying to sell this home at the same time that they had a renter in here. And supposedly the renter that was here, while they were trying to sell the home, he wasn't complying, he wasn't complying with the agent's request and the homeowner's request. They were trying to have people come in for showings and like come in and like just take a look around. They had like some small contractors out here to do some other stuff, and this guy that was living here just wasn't complying. He wasn't leaving the home when they were showing up. He was leaving it a mess. He was smoking pot and doing a whole bunch of stuff on the inside of the home. So obviously when you're looking at a house and you walk in, the first thing you smell is pot, and then on top of that you see a big mess everywhere. It's not, you can't really envision yourself living here with your family when it's all messy. Even though the stuff is nice, but there's all clutter everywhere. You can't really imagine yourself living in a house, you know what I mean? So they just said, forget that, we're just going to wait until his lease is up and then we're going to sell it. And that's exactly what happened. He got out of here, and then it was on the market, I believe, for like 2 or 3 months. They got an offer, they accepted it. Offer fell through, so it came back on the market, and it did take a slight price decrease from that. And so when I was looking, I started my home search in January. This past January, like, I texted my dad. I saw a few. I was originally looking for a condo, so I saw a few condos. Sent them to my father. He's an agent or a broker. I said, "Do you think I'll be able to get this house or get this condo when my lease is up on my last house?" He said, "Send me all this information and we'll get to it." So I was like, "All right." So unfortunately, the one I was originally looking at sold very quickly. I was not aware until I actually started looking of how hot this market was, pretty much all around Indy. And I'm sure Indianapolis is not the only market that's experiencing this. I'm pretty sure it's all across the country. So me and my dad, January came around. We just were looking and looking and looking, setting up showings essentially like every day or every other day. I was looking if you're from Indianapolis, I was looking in Lawrence, Oak Landing, Indianapolis, Fountain Square, Fishers, Noblesville, Carmel, Zionsville, Westfield, pretty much every area around like Indianapolis that's not out in the country and it's not considered another city. So that was the first time I saw how hot this market was, because there was a few houses that we put offers on and they just kept getting beat out by investors with cash or people waiving their inspections, people offering and guaranteeing like $20,000-$30,000 over what it was listed for. And with the loan that I got, I was not able to guarantee that money over asking price. So whatever the home came appraised as is what I essentially got the loan for. So if I did, I'd have to pay it out of pocket, and that's not exactly what I was trying to do at that point. So we just kept looking and looking and looking. So like 4 or 5 months went by. I actually saw this one probably like 3-4 months into us looking. And I don't know why I just skipped over it, and then I kept seeing it. It kept popping up. I have updates on Zillow, and it kept popping up and popping up and popping up saying, check this house out, recommended for you or whatever. So I was like, all right, let's go check it out. Came in here, next thing you know, it was probably a week later, we came in here, checked everything out, walked around. I was like, yeah, I really like it. The only thing that kind of like caught me off guard a little bit was just the area. It's not a super bad area. There are a lot of homes on my street getting redone. It's just the fact that there was like if you guys are familiar with dumping, which is just people walking through a trash, or they don't have a trash can, or they're like contractors or something and they just dump their trash in the corner. Over back, Illinois is what runs behind me, Illinois Street. So that was kind of an issue for me. I didn't really want to live in an area where people were just randomly walking and dumping trash everywhere. But the deal was just too good to pass up. So this home, as we submitted the offer, was $154,000, and like $154,500 was the listing price. And then the seller, the only things that were in here from what I was going to tell you, I was going to give you guys an update on. The only appliances in the home when we came to look at it was the microwave and the dishwasher. So it was without a fridge and without the oven. So the last seller said, just to probably make it more appealing to people that were looking to buy a home in this time, they said, we're going to give a $3,000 allowance to get new appliances for the fridge and the oven. And so my dad, he's honestly a really good agent. He was like, forget that, we can find all that stuff cheaper online instead of $3,000. So we're just going to have him pay the $3,000 towards my closing cost. So my all in, like really essentially that offer to him was like a $148,900 offer. So he accepted it within like 3-4 days, and then I had to send a whole bunch of stuff over to my lender, like pay stubs for the past couple weeks. I had to send in tax return receipts. I had to send in pretty much everything involving my job and everything involving how I make money to make sure I'm actually able to afford this home. So I sent all that over. That was like probably throughout like 2 weeks or so. And then yeah, next thing you know, they called us. They said, we're getting closer and closer to closing. I had to pay $500 for the inspection, and then I had to, or $300 for the inspection. I had to pay $500 for the appraisal, I believe. It was either $300 or $500. So altogether, I was in for $800 at that point, out of my pocket before I even closed on the home. And then after that, the inspection came back, and there was a few things that there was like some knocks or notches on the window that need to be replaced on the basement window. And then there was like, it wasn't mold, but it looks like mold. It's probably turning into mold if I don't get it cleaned up. On the basement wall right here, just because the gutter, there's a fence right there, and the gutter was just running the water through the side of the house, and it was seeping down. So me and my dad were like, yeah, we're gonna need some more money to fix that. Or we sent it in to him, told him to fix it. He said, no, I'm not gonna fix it, so I'm just gonna give you another $500. So we said, okay. So all in, he was in for $3,500 at this point. $3,000 for my closing cost, $500 for the reimbursement of whatever it costs to get that fixed and to get the windows fixed. And then my dad, I don't know what he did. I wasn't in the negotiation with him at that point, but he somehow got another $1,000 out of the seller. So that went towards my closing costs. So the seller paid $4,000 on my closing cost, $500 for repairs pre-move-in, and then I was supposed to pay my closing from the original, the estimate from the lender all the way up until closing was I was going to be paying $700 out of pocket to close. That was my closing cost, was $700, because he wasn't going to pay all of it. There's still other things I had to pay. So my all-in closing costs were going to be $780. And then it came back that like 2 days before closing or a day before closing, the official outline of what I was going to be paying at closing. And it came back that he was actually, the money that he put up, the $4,000 for the closing cost, was actually more than what needed to be paid. So that was a credit to me. So I ended up getting, at closing, when I signed all the papers, I got an $850 check back to me as a credit, just because he paid that towards my closing cost, and the closing costs weren't as much as he was putting up. So that was returned to me. So that was a good thing. So I used the $800 to have Stanley Steamer come in here, clean the 2 bedrooms with carpet. I had a cleaning service come in here, wipe everything down, all the notches on the door handles, like pretty much clean everything in the house. The grass was in pretty bad shape, so I had to pay someone to come before I could move in. I had to pay someone to come mow the lawn and edge it all up and trim it up, make it look nice. And I also had to pay, the front yard it's not in bad shape, but the last owner has been sitting vacant for 2 years from the renter until when they sold it, and the renter wasn't really doing anything, taking care of the lawn or anything like that. The backyard is fine, but the front yard, there's just up towards the front of the home, there's a little bit of like build up, it's like dead grass, and now it's pretty essentially dirt. Just because the last owner, during the fall, all the leaves were falling on it. There's 2 big trees up in the front. He didn't pick up any leaves, so the leaves are just sitting on the grass, killing it pretty much all the way from last fall until now. So I'm having someone come out here to fertilize it and to aerate it this fall, to get that figured out, to get that fixed. So yeah, so that's pretty much the whole gist of it. I am going to make another video going in deeper detail of all the costs associated with it and like how long it actually took for me to get the home. So altogether, I essentially paid since I got an $800 credit, and then I paid close to like $1,000 in just other fees. I essentially paid $240 to get into this home. And so I'm going to go, also in my next video, I'm going to be making a video on how I got the loan, what program I was using to have 0 down payment, because my down payment was covered. So literally out of pocket altogether, out of pocket for me to get in this home was probably around $500, which is insane. For this type of home. It is 1,800 square feet, and that's including the basement. So up here it is a little small, but you know, this is my first home. I wasn't expecting to get a huge mansion or something like that. This is like reality for me, because this is something that I can actually afford. So I was also glad because I originally was approved for $180,000, but I was excited, I guess, that this home was $150,000, so it actually was under budget for what I was looking for. And with all these other people around me paying $30,000 over budget, it seemed like an amazing deal for me. The house already came equipped with the Ring doorbell, or the Ring doorbell in the front with the camera, Ring spotlight with the camera in the back. There's sensors on all on all the windows, and then there's like the home base, and then just like the keypad. So that was a really good deal, but it was like a whole ordeal trying to get the last owner to disconnect his account from the Ring system. So I didn't have the Ring system set up for probably like 2 weeks because I closed on this house May 6th. So the next following week, that was on a Thursday, pretty much the whole next week that's when Stanley Steamer was here, that's when the grass guy was here, that's when the cleaning people were here, and then I did have something, just a touch up with paint in there. So that was all happening during the week, and then me and my roommate, I guess, moved in on the May 16th. It was a Friday during the weekend. We moved in, we stayed here that Sunday, and we've been staying here ever since. And so my whole plan with this home is I'm probably going to be, I don't know if my roommate will be staying with me just because I don't know what exactly his plans are. I already made him commit to me to at least stay here for 1.5 years. So we're going to be staying here for that amount of time. And then after that, I might stay here and have another buddy come in and rent that room. Or if it comes down to it, my whole end goal is just to rent the whole entire home out, since we're so close to Butler University. I'm hoping that someone will be able to come in here and rent this that's a student, or maybe just a small family or a single person who I don't really know who it's going to be, but it's going to be someone renting this home after me. So this will be my first property in my portfolio that will be able to produce cash flow for me, because right now I'm not really making too much money just because while I'm living here, I could be house hacking, but I couldn't find a duplex because all the duplexes I saw that I actually wanted just needed way too much work, and and some of them also had tenants in them, and the actual landlord was selling the duplex with the tenants still in there. And that's kind of impossible to come in and renovate something when there's tenants living in there and you got to work around their schedule. Like it just didn't work out. So this is what I got. Planning on staying here for a little bit over 1.5 years, 2 years. I need to start making some payments on the home just to get the ball rolling. And then also it is super nice because I could do Airbnb if I really wanted to, but I don't know if I like the whole having a whole bunch of people come in here. 55 people in a year coming to stay here, that seems like a lot of wear and tear on the home, instead of just having one family or one person or whoever it is in here. But it is about 15-20 minutes to downtown, and probably literally less than 10 minutes to Broad Ripple, which are two main hubs that people hang out at. There are Meridian Kessler is right literally across the street. So Meridian Kessler, you have a lot of shops, grocery stores, restaurants, bars, local bars, local restaurants and stuff like that. So that's super cool. This is honestly, living in this area is so much different than the suburbs, just because I grew up in Fishers and Noblesville. And so just coming from Fishers and Noblesville and then moving down here to a Metro Indy, it's just a lot different, but I like it a lot just because these homes are all older and they have more character, and there's more trees and there's more nature, and I feel like there's more walkability around here, because up in the suburbs, you got a whole bunch of neighborhoods and then shops and stuff, but you can't really walk anywhere you want. You're gonna have to use a car at some point. Yeah, you could live there and walk to the store, walk to the local bar or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to walk. You can't just move up to the suburbs and not have a car. You're going to have to drive somewhere. And over here, you literally could not have a car and be able to walk anywhere you need to walk. So that's definitely a plus for me. So yeah, guys, I'm just super excited to be showing you guys this house. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Do not hesitate to reach out to me. I am really looking forward to helping you guys out. So be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to turn on the notification bell, so when I do come out with that next video of how you guys can get into a house like I did for pretty much less than $1,000 all in, you know, it's gonna be a good video for you guys to get some knowledge on how to do that. Because I see a lot of people talking about buying a house and buying a duplex and house hacking and all this stuff. House hacking is nice. I could house hack with this. Could be a house hack essentially, but I don't want to charge my roommate, my buddy that I've been living with in the last 2 homes I've lived in, renting, of course. I don't want to charge him an arm and a leg just so I can make money. Like, it doesn't really, I don't want to do that to him. And personally, I could do it, but it's just not right. It doesn't seem right to me. So I'm just going to wait until we move out of here to start the cash flow and to start, I'm going to be building equity essentially this whole entire time. But once I actually move out of here, it's going to be nice to be able to have some cash flow, and then I'll probably move on to the next one and roll everything over to the next one and the next one and the next one and start building a portfolio. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out and be sure to like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you can get updates on my upcoming videos. So yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of your day and enjoy the weekend. Thanks.